Assalamu alaikum. This is Advocate Gulrez Ishfaq, and today is the 20th of the March. And as per observations of all of us, and today is the working day, and I have been observing a lot of the facts regarding the observations in the concurrence of the physical ignorance of the individuals despite of evaluations after and before evaluations. These are the issues within the very pretext of the observations of the humanitarian intellectual rights. The overpopulation in the Pakistan, this is the exact the overpopulation in the Pakistan, and when we observe the uh, secondary issue associated with the overpopulation, what comes the next is the uh, advanced beggars in the shape values of the loudspeakers in the towns. Yes, this is a heart aching issue in the Pakistan, that the rotations of the vagabond sort of the carts, the ordinary carts in the Pakistan, everywhere, every sector you go, they just waste your time in order to have the benefit of the earnings, and through that actions what comes the next is an opening challenge for the secondary person who is just want to have the moderate lines of assessment to the incomes and expenses through its honest income and expenses as well in the Pakistan. Especially the associations, as per the revocations of the laws, the multiple resources, these are not the challenges. The challenges appear appealing to anyone in Pakistan today and before today. Appearing is that the custodial issues and the non-custodial battles and the police battles in the all of the Pakistan, because of the sufferings of the ordinary individual, they are just providing the restorations to the same, and after that what we observe, the physical capacities, the intangible losses, and the huge quantum of the reliefs from the judicial insights or the civil society or the other NGO. We expect that the Pakistan should have a moderate line of the solutions to the humanity in the control, and the baseline solutions to the perfect sort of the integral parts of the federations and the confederations, so that the reciprocating area would have the reflexive hours of the assessment to the credit hours or to the uh, diversities of the issues of the same. But what we are observing these days in the Pakistan, as a matter of our grace, that every secondary sort of individual, secondary means third class individual, is found in certain and uncertain activities. And when we just want to devote the times of the expenses, this is another challenge in Pakistan, which I just figured it out, that you have a lot of succeeding years ahead, or succession in trust under the inheritance. Now, the declaratory issues of the same, in fact, of the subject line of the controversial points would be considered as the baselines challenges to the same subject of obstruction. Now, when everything rotates in the obstruction lines, the secondary baseline is the obsolete questions. The solutions of the humans under the moderate lines of the uh, information based challenges, and after reading and writing a lot of the intellectual rights of the republics, Republicans and non-Republican or publicans, I have been in the habit of articulating the articles, and then it has been profound within myself that the public itself is in the habit of negating the surrounding as well. The physical appearance of the public under the ignorance of the public is another basic challenge. The guardian issues in the Pakistan is appealing to no one in Pakistan these days of natural disasters or artificial disasters, whether we consider it to be a natural disaster or we consider it to be unnatural or artificial disasters. It is up to us that what we just observe it. The basic amenities to life is an issue in Pakistan. The basic amenities to life and having the ultimate. The I have heard that the Drug Court Act 1976. The Drug Court Act 1976 is appealing in every court of Pakistan, but the courts are empty because of the over addictions of the humans in the societal indifferences. And when we just cross study that the addictions, and this is a very huge and irrevocable sort of the topic, that the certain uncertain type of the addiction in Pakistan. When we just study the addiction, it is a topic which is being under invention. That addiction itself confined in uncertainties of the times, if the humans are into the habit of negating to the uh, best areas of learning, e-learning, and basic evaluation of its economic principle, active transactions. Thereafter, what comes the next is active addictions to the said individuals. And if any secondary individual or second sort of individual is being associated with the first person, thereafter the first person would also reflect the addictions to the secondary person as a matter of spreading the addictions to the surrounding, and this circle always been in the addiction of the surrounding in association as well. So after observing these issues at the best of the additional session judges in the Pakistan, they are not resisting themselves to adapt the habit to avoidance of the addictions because of the actual occurrence of the certainties and uncertainties of the times and eventualities within the premises of the courts. They are restless in the positions to have the addictions. Addictions of the medicines is also very incriminating if you have a non descriptions, or if you don't have the prescribed material without having the doctor's prescription. This is my observation. And after observing these all issues, what comes before us as a matter of observations under the humanitarian negligence in every sector of the republic in Pakistan, that after evaluation, a lot of the losses, human losses, and the children, in fact, and the guardian children, de facto children, the child, in fact, is always differ from the guardian. And defection clauses, guardian ad litem, guardian as ex post facto, guardian under posing natural justice, or guardian as a point of add line. Now we have to observe the lineal points of the observations of the children growth rate in Pakistan. The death ratio, or the mortality or immortality of the children, in fact, would have been considered by the state machinery. But when they observe the fact that the Pakistani have no inherited right of the maintenance of the children after evaluation of the losses of the capitals in hands of their personal assets, they are not in the positions to just reinvest their properties to the child, in fact, so that those children which have been produced by the said projections would project their projected areas of earning because of the issues. Those issues would be considered as the trust issues. The trust deficit or trust deficiency in the Pakistan is raising day after day as a matter of right. and observations under the concurrence of the applied scientific approved historical eventualities in the Pakistan as per my studies of 2023 year. After misleading a lot of issues in Pakistan, any individual always refer in the courts in order to have the judicial insights, because the judicial insight always gathered from the public seniority. But the basic issue is that the seniority issue in the Pakistan is not being associated with the general mind or the application of a general mind. Now, when there is no common sense, thereafter, as a human, we have to invest in ourselves in order to understand a lot of the issues which are not appealing to anyone. These are some issues which should have been resolved by the individuals, despite of just multiplying the children through having the ultimate homosexual activities and producing a lot of the children. They have to identify the areas of earning and investing the capitals in interest or in cross relations or in the any shape value, so that they can create multiple jobs for the upcoming generations of the same under most influenced populated areas of the Pakistan for the better future of the Pakistani. And I'm so spreading these sort of the news because of issuance of the information under the intellectual observation of mine. So these are the over migrated population issues of the Pakistan, which I just represent during the 20th March. And this is afternoon. So we are into the habit of not considering those facts. The advanced comparative constitutional advocate Gulrez Ishfaq